This video is brought to you by Corsair. Some after espresso before we start with the tutorial. I don't have any better plans, but I needed that because I was exhausted. I'm trying to keep up with my New Year's resolution on like going to the gym every day, and my entire body is like a little bit wrecked right now, so I needed my coffee. Let it kick in for a little second. All right. Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Ignace. Welcome to the CreatorGalaxy.com space station.
In today's video, we're gonna walk through a door just like in The Witcher, a new Netflix series.
Yep, coffee's working. Let's get started. All right, so yep, microphone closer for some nice sounds. Alright, so the first shot we have here is a clean plate, and then we have the walkthrough on a green screen, portable green screen from PhotoFlex, and then we walk through the door here, which is open in this shot just to have that kind of correct depth. And then we have another shot from pexels.com where you can download free video files. The reason why I found it there is so you can actually use it because we have a lot of rain here in Belgium, but we want to catch the rain, but you don't want to be in the rain kind of scenario. So we found this shot on pexels.com. It's kind of moving, so it could have been like a better shot, but we will do a perfect job with this. The most important thing is to be able to create epic videos with all the tools we have available to us, and in this case that's this video file, which you can download with the link in the description. And if you want to follow along with this tutorial using the exact same footage as me, you can also download that on our website. I have a link to that in the description below. It's free. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the sponsor segment. But before we start, let's talk about today's video sponsor, Corsair. Do you know Corsair? Why am I even asking this question? Of course you know Corsair because they have a bit of everything computer and gaming related. For example, we have this liquid CPU cooler which looks dope, but it actually improves your system a lot. If you have a overheated system, it usually slows down or even crashes, and you don't want that to happen, so liquid cooling is the better option when it comes to cooling your PC. Speaking of speed, you don't want to work on a regular hard drive.
Well, why don't you just use an SSD?
An SSD? Are you kidding me? That's like way 2019-ish. We used to use SSDs in 2019, but now the time changes. I switched to a Gen 4 NVMe drive, which is just up to 10 times faster than an actual SSD. So that's a really good drive to put your software on, to put your project files on that you're working on currently, and just speeding up your entire workflow drastically. It's definitely something worth taking a look at. Anyway, I would definitely encourage you, Corsair. They offer high quality hardware stuff from keyboards, mice, chairs, cases, and so on, and the things I mentioned that I have. So I would definitely encourage you to check them out with the link in the description below. They're awesome. And yeah, let's continue with our tutorial. Alright, so here we are in Adobe After Effects. The first thing that I want to do is drag my clean plate into a new composition. Next, I want to click on my walkthrough and also drag that in my composition right here. And I want to key out myself first with the green screen. So I'm going to pick my pen tool and simply draw a mask around myself, and like just making sure that everything looks as good as possible. And there we go. And then I want to go for effect keying. I'm going to choose the key light and choose my green color right here. Next, I want to change my view for the key light to a screen matte, and then play with my screen matte. Maybe a pre-blur of 1, screen grow -2, 1, and like 25, 75, maybe 35. Let's go. So I already played a little bit with these settings, so that's why it looks like I know my stuff, but okay, we're going to change the viewport to intermediate result because the final result just introduces way too much noise. And then I'm going to apply an advanced spill suppressor. There we go. So once you've done that, you should have keyed out yourself. And then we have something like that. Okay, cool. I do see a little error here. So what I will be doing is I will just do nothing. I will select my 2 clips and just increase the size a little bit and kind of reposition it. I don't want to spend too much time on rotoscoping. And there we go, we have our shot where I walk inside. The next thing I want to do is pick your pen tool once again and then just drag like a mask, something like that, and then just go press F on the keyboard, subtract it, and increase the feather quite a bit. And there we go. And then you should have something like this where we already walk through our door. Looking cool, but not so cool yet. Next, drink after espresso. And then we can continue again. So the next thing I want to do is use my Pexels video right here. I'm going to drag that into my composition. I'm gonna turn off the audio here for a second. And what you can do is make this a 3D layer or just rotate it, position it, do it with a corner pin. Maybe a corner pin is actually a good idea. Let's do it with a corner pin. So I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. And then I'm going to search for the corner pin. So now we have water in our door. Seriously, water, door, flat, like it's not even falling out. Visual effects. Okay, so what you want to do here is add an effect, color correction, and add the curves effect here. And we really want to kind of boost the contrast here, like getting a little bit more darks. And then toggle the switches and change the blending mode to a screen. And then put it below ourselves so we actually kind of go through the water like this. Okay, cool. And then next we want to duplicate this video, bring it on top. And we're going to layer pre-compose this, and we're going to rename this displacement map. Now we're going to open up this composition, right click, new solid, and we're going to click on the color, or actually we want a black color. What am I saying? Black color, bring this on the bottom here. And then we also want to make sure that we have like the edges a little bit blurred out. So we're going to effect, blur and sharpen, channel blur, and just blur the alpha a little bit. So we have like the edges blurred, or it's not really working like that. So we're not going to do that. So we're going to just click on, we're going to layer, pre-compose, leave the attributes. Okay. Open this up and just make sure that the edges kind of are a little bit faded here. Otherwise they're a little bit too harsh. There we go, softer edges, looking good. Okay, so in that displacement map composition, if you go back to it, go to new and add a new adjustment layer, and we want to add an effect, color correction and the tint effect, but on the black we want to change it to 50% gray. So we want to go over here and just change it to 50%, click OK, and there we go. The reason why is gray is not going to be affected, and everything that's white or black is going to be affected in the opposite directions. So we just want it perfect 50% gray, and then everything that's white stays white and is going to be affected. So we can turn this off. We don't need to see it. It's just as a reference for our information for the displacement. So we're going to right click, new, and add a new adjustment layer on top of that, which is going to be our displacement. And we're going to search for a displacement map. And then for that map, we're going to choose our displacement map that we just created. And then if you select that, we can change something like 50 and 50, wrap pixels around. And now you can see that even my body is being affected when I pass through. And you can even go a little bit higher, like 100, 100, and go a little bit crazy like this. It's completely up to you, but that really kind of makes it kind of all merge together and look a lot more realistic, which looks cool. Next, drink more after espresso. Almost finished. It's a big mug. It's a good mug. But let's continue. Okay, so next what we want to do is add some kind of chromatic aberration around those kind of rims, so it looks a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more color, and a little bit more flavor to our shot. So I'm going to click on my Pexels video, and I'm going to add a VR chromatic aberrations effect to it. And then we already have like this effect going on. We can lower it to like -5 and 5. But play around maybe with the colors. Maybe you want them to look a little bit different. I think this looks pretty okay. And then we have this going on. Next, what we want to do is make sure that our pool actually gets activated when I pass through. So I'm actually touching the door, and then the pool should expand for me to make a portal for me to enter in that door. So to do that, I'm going to just choose my ellipse tool, make an ellipse right over here, kind of search my hand here, like right over here, and we're going to duplicate this mask. So we also have one for the head, which will be around here. We kind of have to do it like where you put the mask is not where the effect is going to be, just because of the corner pin. So something like that. And then we want to open up these masks and click on the stopwatch for the mask expansion. Right here, this should be okay for this one. We're going to move a little bit back. We're just going to bring this, this one down. So I come with the hand, kind of opens up. It should be all the way here. And there we go. That looks good. And now we're going to do the same thing for the head. So right here, I'm going to set it to 0, or actually lower than 0. My head is passing through here, so it kind of opens up and opens even more for my entire body to pass. And that's looking pretty cool. You can even go and animate these masks if you want to. Maybe you want to mask this a little bit so it kind of becomes a little bit longer towards the bottom. That's completely up to you. And then of course you want to feather these masks a little bit to kind of smoothen it out just a touch. And now we have something like that. One thing that we want to do is kind of select all of these keyframes from these masks. So go to edit, copy, and then we're going to jump into our displacement map. And right here we go to the beginning and also edit, paste these keyframes. That way we have the same kind of animation for the displacement map. What you could also do is press U on the keyboard and kind of offset them a little bit more forward, so it actually comes in a little bit quicker. So we first have displacement and then we have the liquids coming out. So that looks cool. And I do think the displacement is affecting a little bit too much. So 50 and 50 should be all right. And then with the pixel video, I do want to play a little bit more to see what we can get. A little bit more subtle. You can kind of offset your mask a little bit on yourself, but once you get kind of the hang of it, you should achieve something like this. And then of course, finally, it's all about the grading. The Witcher has a real dark environment, a little bit like kind of a horror kind of vibe to it. So we're going to just create a new adjustment layer and we're going to rename this to grade. And then what I want to add here is effect, color correction, curves, and effect, color correction, tint. And we want to add this like 35 and then kind of contrast the curves quite a bit. Maybe not too much highlights, kind of darken it quite a bit, and then take out the red channel. Kind of play a little bit, I can't talk anymore, a little bit with the blue channel, and maybe push the greens a little bit like that. Okay. And if you want, you can even create another adjustment layer, add a vignette. We're going to double click on the ellipse tool, subtract it, press F on the keyboard, 350. And then we're going to add a curves to this and lower this a little bit. So we have a little bit of the vignette going on here. It's a little bit too dark in my opinion, so maybe a little bit brighter. But it's all about playing around and just finding your way here. And I think this looks pretty cool. Alright, so that's it for this video tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more and hit the notification bell to stay notified when I upload new videos. Also, check out our latest video. It's pretty awesome about the content-aware fill tool in Adobe After Effects. And actually, the video before that, we made a pretty cool video that was super popular. We got like 200,000 views at this time of recording in just a week, which is super cool. Never had it before. So definitely go check these out. They should pop up somewhere on the screen. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.